Let's go over post-patch some of the best position changes in Dynasty College Football 26. So for this, we're not going to do like the typical athlete position changes that's super simple. Oh, you brought in the athlete middle linebacker and you're going to go move him to safety, or you're going to move him to D-line. That's super simple. No, we're going to go with some of the position changes from last year when you move in maybe a guy from offense to defense and vice versa, man. This is probably also not going to be the only version of this video. As we continue to play this game, continue to learn this game, we're going to learn more about better position changes. So we'll probably drop another version of this in the next 2 weeks. But if y'all enjoy this content, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what y'all think about the new patch, and let's hop into the video. Post-patch position changes, man. So first off, post-patch, the finesse still pretty much works, man. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. The finesse where you could just get any player to have pretty much any stats, and you know, I'm not going to do it. I already covered it, but that still pretty much works in this game. So what we're going to cover is just some really good position changes, man. First thing I want to do here, we're at position change week, man. And we're going to come in here. I want to make sure I'm just turning auto progression off. I want to be able to manually progress these players. And the good part about position change week is after you advance, it's training results. So a lot of these guys will get extremely large boost and we could upgrade them at their new position. So first, the raw strength offensive lineman. As y'all know, yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not much of a fan, man. For obvious reasons, it just takes so much to upgrade these guys. It's so expensive to upgrade these guys, man. So let's say here, we got a raw strength guy. He has 27 skill points. For some reason, we no longer want him to be our starting guard. He's maybe just not good enough. And let's say we want to start the junior for this upcoming year. So is it worth having him be a senior backup? Maybe not. Let's move him to D tackle, where he's not going to be very good. He's going to be at 28 overall. He's going to be bad for now, but we will be able to upgrade him next week, and you'll kind of see the vision there, man. Let's come through. Also, let's move another raw strength guy over to the defensive line, specifically D tackle, and it looks like it's going to have to be this guy right here. He's a 75 overall. It's another guy ahead of him, and we know raw strength really just don't develop that well compared to the other archetypes. It costs so much to upgrade them. So let's move this guy also to the defensive line. He's going to turn into a power guy. So we made two changes. Is it great? Not really, but we have made two changes. Another very good change. I made a whole video on this topic, man. The Gadget receiver could be an excellent quarterback, amazing quarterback. So what I'm going to do here is actually move a guy to defense, a receiver. Move a receiver to defense, man. Probably a red shirt freshman. We could do a real freshman and, have him develop over years and turn him into a player, but I'm going to show y'all kind of quick version. So let's go with the junior, man. It's unfortunate all these guys have this bad development. Let's go with the impact guy, man. I know I changed up a lot, but let's go with the impact development guy. I just want someone that can actually develop. So let's move him over to the cornerback position where he's going to be a 52 overall corner. So not great. And I also want to move the Gadget receiver over to quarterback just because they could play that at a high level. And let's come over here to corner and let's move one of the corners over to receiver. And now that's not a great position change, and be honest, it's not a great one, but we just need an extra receiver. So we could go ahead and move your Gadget quarterback, who is going to be a 87 overall running quarterback. And yeah, we'll be able to develop him and really make him look crazy as he comes in with 89 speed. He already has shifty, already has sidestep. He's coming over with some abilities. We'll take that. That's amazing. That's amazing, man. So that's going to be kind of the core position change. And like I said, it's other super simple ones. Moving a receiver to tight end. Moving an O-lineman to tight end is another popular one. But we're going to save that for another video another time. Let's just go ahead and advance to training results, and we have manual progression on, so we should be able to manually upgrade a lot of these players, and you'll kind of see what you're getting, man. It's not going to be as overpowered as last year. Last year, it was low-key cheating. It was low-key cheating. You could move quarterbacks to the defense, and they will be elite defensive linemen. They'll be elite corners. It was a little cheesy. So let's come over here. Our quarterback, he's an 88 overall running quarterback, and he's a former receiver. Now the skill caps for accuracy in a really bad spot. Now it's unfortunate for this guy, man. It's very unfortunate. So we're gonna go ahead and max him out. He's not great. You're better off doing this method when they're young. Now you could do the finesse to get his accuracies a lot better. You could do the finesse, but this one has really bad accuracies. In the video we dropped the other day, we was able to find some gadget receivers move the quarterback with some really good skill caps, man. So I want to come over here to D tackle, the raw strength guys, man. So 81 skill points for our guy, impact development. He's a 30 overall, but the strength is at 93. Pretty solid spot, man. We got to teach him how to play D-line. That's the reality of it. You got to teach him how to play D-line, and everything is super cheap. So we could go ahead and look how cheap it is. So we go ahead damn near max this out, man. He'll never be an elite power rusher, but you could always just move him to defensive end, and his skill caps will kind of change. So that's the benefit. So he's up to 69 on the power moves. Even, you know, the power and the speed is not that expensive to upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Look how much this one time. We upgraded one time and it jumped up. Look how much it jumped up. It's up to a 71 on the block shedding. That's what we really care about. We're making a nose tackle, if you didn't notice at this point, man. We're making just a crazy nose tackle with some pretty good strength. So we're up to 81 block shedding, solid tackling. The awareness is very low, but we could upgrade that if we want. I'd rather go get maybe 97 on the power moves. That feels good. Now we could kind of make him more well-rounded, get his overall up, and make him a player. Is he the best D tackle? No, but this was an O lineman that wasn't going to start for us. And if you're in a pinch, you could use this. You could definitely use this. Get him up to a 71 overall, and we could continue to upgrade this other stuff, man. Get the power up a little bit more, maybe even upgrade this quickness, and we'll go ahead and upgrade abilities if you want. And that's what we did for Dom. And, you know, is he amazing? No, but it's possible. And we could do the same thing for our other guy here, normal development. So he has nowhere near as many skill cap points, and skill caps are cooked. The better the development trait, usually the better these skill caps get. But it jumps up to a 65. It jumps from a 30 to 30, 20s, the block shedding up to like a 65. And same thing here, man. It went from the 20s to a 63. That first initial upgrade really boosts everything, man. I don't know why, but that's how it works. Another one right here, jumps up to 75. And let's look at our receiver to corner, Jeremy, and see how he's going to look, man. Like I said, development trait also affects this stuff. So man coverage at a 48. If we upgrade it once, it jumps up 10. Upgrade it again. Now we're kind of going one by one. Well, we're going to get him into a solid spot. Now, he's not going to be good enough to be a starter. But the thing is, next year, you do this for like a redshirt freshman. Next year, you move him to safety. And at that point, you'll have a starting safety. Once you do this, go through position changes again, upgrade him. You'll have a starting caliber safety, man. He don't look bad. Honestly, he do not look bad. He's not horrible. But like I said, when you move him to safety, his skill caps are going to reset. And now you have a guy that really could be a player for you, man. Really could be a player. We got 21 skill points left. And the zone and man coverage is honestly not in a horrible spot. Honestly, not in a horrible spot for a safety. But like I said, when you move him again, these will reset and you'll be able to upgrade them even further. And we have more points. We go ahead and upgrade the catching because, you know, he already has elite catching. Let's go ahead and upgrade the speed, get that a little bit better. And now he's kind of in a solid spot. You go the abilities route. You can do a couple different things with it. And let's look at our receiver, man. Our receiver that we moved from corner. And like I said, this is not going to be a very good position change. It's just not, man. And you see here, yeah, it's not looking that good. But you can upgrade the catching. You know, you can get him a little bit better. It's not great. I wouldn't recommend moving guys to receiver that often, man. Wouldn't recommend it. It's possible. Everything's possible in this game, man. Please do not believe it's possible. But probably not my recommendation. So we actually advanced 2 years into the future, man. We advanced 2 years to position changes once again. And let's move our two guys, man. So our guys here, the first one is going to be Dom. This is the raw strength offensive lineman. Let's move him. We could move him back to O-line, but let's move him to the edge. And then we'll come over here to our safety that was a receiver, or no, our corner that was a receiver, that we moved over, and he is going to be, I believe his name is Jeremy. Yeah, this is our guy right here. Let's go ahead and move him to the safety position. Could move him back to receiver, but no, we're going to move him over to safety. And now it gets a little cheesy, it gets a little crazy. So Jeremy, now we could go ahead and upgrade him. He'll have just more opportunity to get better. Now we could go crazy with the run support. Upgrade that, pretty much max that out if we would like. Also hit power, could upgrade that. Maybe don't want to, but we get this tackling in a very, very good spot. Also, maybe just upgrade the speed a little bit. So we upgrade Jeremy. He's an 86 overall safety, and that's a former receiver. And let's go find Dom, our defensive lineman. Come back over here to our guy Dom, and we should be able to upgrade him. And yep, listen, like I said, it gets a little cheesy, gets a little bit cheesy, but now we could go ahead, upgrade him, get that power even in an even better spot, man. Make him a solid power rusher, but also the run stopping ability, which is very, very important for, this is supposed to be more of a nose tackle, as he has 99 strength. And now the hit power not there, but I don't think that's a bigger thing in the world for a defensive tackle. Just not having high hit power is fine. He'll be okay. So we continue to upgrade this awareness as well. We got 29 points to use here, and we could go, quickness, make him a little bit faster, or we could just go the abilities route. And now we can move Jeremy once again. Like, we could just continue to move these guys around. Like, he is not horrible at tackling. Could we put him at linebacker? Yes. Is it cheesy? Probably 100%. But we could go put him at linebacker and, kind of create, a very cheesy linebacker build. But it's a possibility because his coverages are not amazing, but good enough to play definitely linebacker. And at linebacker, now he gets a little bit, his overall gets to an 83, but we're going to have the opportunity to upgrade him even more. We could move him back to corner. We could move him, to back to offense if we wanted, but it gets a little bit cheesy, like I said. And we advance, and now we're at training results. And yes, it got a little cheesy, over here. All right, let's come over here to our guy Dom, who now has more skill points to use. As we just said, training results. Now we could go ahead, focus on the abilities. You can make it faster, do whatever you want. But you have a solid defensive lineman. Is he the best in the world? No. But he's solid. He's usable at the D-line. He's our starting defensive lineman right now. And also, we decided to move Jeremy to middle linebacker. Yeah. Don't make sense. He's 196 pounds. You don't have to do this. It doesn't make sense at all. But we could continue to upgrade that, run stopping ability, get his tackling up, even get the zone up. Like, you can even go with the power, get the hit power up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and make him a pretty good tackler, man. That block shedding is very, very low. It's very concerning how low that block shedding is. So, yeah, we just testing around. We just trying stuff, playing around with it, man. Point is, position changes, it's alive. It's possible. It's possible. Is it the best thing in the world? No. Did they nerf it? They nerf the hell out of it from last year? Yes. But as we play this game, we'll continue to learn some very, very good position changes, like the Gadget receiver over the quarterback. I think that's probably the best position change in the whole entire game. And I already got a whole video on it, man. But that's all I got for y'all boys, man. If y'all enjoyed this content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all. And we'll on to the next one.